Hey guys, this is A-Bomb for noEHinTEAM along with A Canuck, and we're bringing you another episode of Tell Me I'm Wrong. First thing you'll notice is that this is over a Far Cry 3 gameplay, and it's a little bit slow. We'll be bringing you guys a review of Far Cry 3 very soon, but as of today, we're just using it to set up Tell Me I'm Wrong. So, how you doing, A Canuck?
I'm good.
Excellent. Alright, so, first things first, let's get back into the gaming world here. Black Ops 2. It's been a little bit quiet lately, but the big news over this past week has been the nerfs, and there's a couple of buffs. There's several other fixes as well, but the primary change with the recent Black Ops 2 update patch was the nerfing of the SMG, specifically hipfire, which I think everybody would agree was completely overpowered. So tell me I'm wrong, the nerfs were needed in Black Ops 2.
So not wrong, very much right. However, I think there was close to like 80 changes. It was a crazy list. I completely agree. There was going to be a gameplay I was going to post here where I just blitzed on a free-for-all match, and on purpose, I didn't aim down the sights once. Because if you did the PDW and you threw a laser on there, it was lethal from the side of your body, which actually got really entertaining to the point where there were some ragers in the room.
Oh, yeah.
But good call on that. However, I think everybody can agree that reducing the time, or actually extending the time on the lightning strike, is crap. It's allowed people to duck for cover a little too easily in my mind.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So yeah, I completely agreed. The nerfs are there to try and improve the game. I think that was required for sure.
Yeah, it was one of those things going in. We kind of had some concerns about how they were going to control that type of change from weapons, because in reality they said they wanted to move all of the weapon adjustments to weapon attachments, but then they added in a wild card that allows you to run 3 attachments on a single gun, and when the gun attachments in reality several of them have a perk level of enhancement, it tends to overpower guns pretty quickly. Like, you really can, if you run foregrip and you ran quick draw, you're talking those are perks in previous iterations, so it's tough to control that.
Yeah, having those 3 things that you can add to a weapon can make one weapon just a beast. And I personally like it because if you're smart, I'm not saying other people are dumb out there, but I don't run a secondary on purpose. I pick a gun up from the ground and max out my pick 10 by making my primary weapon an absolute beast mode.
Just a total destroyer. I agree, and it's only a matter of time until people find exploits with the other weapons that are haven't been adjusted as of yet. So it's just the reality of an online shooter. People will find the exploits and they'll use them to their best ability.
All right, so tell me I'm wrong. Going along with the theme of the gameplay of Far Cry, Far Cry 3. Tell me I'm wrong. Far Cry 3. Its online community, its online-ness is lacking.
Yeah, right. Definitely not a wrong statement there. It's a little disappointing. I guess it shouldn't be that shocking either, certainly. But I will say some of the numbers were shocking. We played on the first night, and there was literally there was about 1,000 people playing, which, whatever. That's hilarious when you compare it to Call of Duty. Like, it's literally like we're talking. There's probably 1,000 people playing.
We didn't expect that.
Yeah,
that's still very low.
Yeah, that's still insanely low. Like, I wouldn't be. I would assume that there's at least 1,000 people just in our small little community, like our neighborhood, that were playing Call of Duty on opening night. Like 1,000 people just in our neighborhood. So let alone 1,000 people on the servers. Period. There was about 50 games of Team Deathmatch being played, which, whatever, Team Deathmatch, I don't like it in any game. And then there's a Domination mode that had 4 or 5 servers going, and they weren't even filling up. And then there was another, for the, I forget what the other game type's called, but the one where you have to set the depot on fire, blah, 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 blah. There was 3 or 4 of those games as well, so totally mediocre. I'm hoping that there's going to be a little more online presence for Far Cry 3 in order for it to have the longevity, but as of right now, yeah, it is a tiny community, and it needs a kick in the pants, that's for sure.
Yeah, I was really disappointed. I'm allowing myself not to trade in this game yet. We're gonna do a review for you guys, so stick around for that. I want to hold on to this game to see if they're gonna be loyal to the fans and fix some of these broken pieces. Because honestly, I am still having fun in this gameplay. I did get a little cocky and tried to use the sniper right off the bat. It's kind of fun, but I do want to show you guys a couple of things with this gameplay. As long this doesn't really go with Tell Me I'm Wrong, but you'll notice when I use the sniper, if you haven't seen it yet, I'll scope into somebody, like here. The shot will happen, and I will get XP. I count in my head maybe a couple seconds before the guy actually drops.
Yeah.
The one you saw right there, the guy was really long range. But yeah, just pay attention to some of these sniper kills. It's one of those things that they need to get fixed because it just doesn't feel right. And a lot of people are feeling that on the online community. A lot of people are loving this game for single player. I do commend them. It is getting really good reviews on the single player. But as far as the online stuff, man, you'd think they'd get it right.
Yeah, mediocre for sure.
All right, guys, let's move on to YouTube chatter. If you've been keeping up with Woody and Wings of Redemption, specifically Wings of Redemption's latest, I guess, turmoil or feel bad.
Yeah, pity. We'll call it a pity party again. Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad for the guy because he definitely gets attacked. But again, you're a YouTube celebrity, really. And the fact that you make your money on YouTube. If you guys haven't heard anything, feel free to hit the link in the description below. This is a link to Woody talking about Wings of Redemption's latest problem where someone's just got an animated GIF file that's pretty disgusting.
Yeah, it's over the top. Now, we'll get into the tell me I'm wrong here. So, tell me I'm wrong, but Woody playing the Big Brother card with wings, not a good idea.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Or are you wrong?
No way. He totally played the Big Brother card, and I think it backfired. Like, you know, when he first came out, you pointed out the fact that all Woody did by responding to another one of these Wings of Redemption, you know, things, whatever. Again, the guy seems like a nice guy. I've obviously never met him in person. He might be one of the nicest guys alive, but yeah, you put yourself in a public forum, you open yourself up to public criticism, whether it's warranted or not. And in most cases, when your audience is 13 to 20-year-old male population, yeah, most of that criticism is going to be totally over the top, completely ridiculous, and doesn't really add up to anything. But what Woody did in response, trying to defend his friend, you know, whatever, you can commend that. You got to think a little further, though. All he managed to do was bring attention to the fact that this was going on. I didn't really know about it until it was in a Woody video, and then it was, you know, oh, did you see this thing on Woody? Blah blah blah. Like, nope. All Woody managed to do was point out to another million people or more, like just a million subscribers, but point out that, hey, there's this going on, and if you're a dick and you're a hater, here's your chance to pile on somebody again, because he obviously doesn't respond well to that.
Yeah, I just didn't think it was a good move. Woody wants to be helpful. Again, this isn't something that Wings did. This is just something that someone thought would be funny. It started to spread. But come on, Woody, you have 1 million subscribers. You just, you know, it's like when a tabloid picks something up.
Yeah.
It made it explode.
Yeah, exactly.
In the words of Woody, if you just ignore your haters, they'll eventually go away. Mm-hmm. Except for obviously Jesus, but we won't go there. For the most part, I like both those guys. I just think sometimes the pity party is a little bit too much, and they moved the wrong move on this one.
Yeah, agreed. All right, so tell me I'm wrong, but nobody ever checks expiry dates on pop, aka soda, for all of our American friends. Tell me I'm wrong.
We also don't believe in segues here. Yeah, have you ever checked the expiry date on anything other than milk? No. Or meat products, maybe?
Yeah, exactly. Milk is a given. I mean, come on, dairy. You're playing with fire if you're not checking expiry dates. I'm the guy that's digging through the shelf, you know, going, oh, that's newer, that's... Okay, here we go. Here is the freshest jug of milk on the shelf. And the reason I ask this is because the other night, in a quest to fulfill my wife's desire for some root beer, to have a, you know, root beer float here, I'm like, okay, I got to stop here. I'm going to get some ice cream, I'm going to get some root beer, and off we go. Anyways, I stop at a gas station just to get the root beer, and they're sold out, so I move on to another one, go to get one, and I'm like, oh, there we go. There is a bottle of root beer there, so I grab it, go to pay for it, and the guy on the counter goes like, whoa, oh, man, this one's expired. And I literally I'm like, are you kidding? Like, what do you mean it's expired? So he shows me on the cap, yeah, it was expired like 2 months ago. I'm like, have you ever checked expiry on pop? I'm like, there's no way I've ever checked that. No. And now I'm a little bit concerned because you went back to replace it and there was 2 more that were expired on the shelf. So apparently we need to check our expiries. So public service announcement, gentlemen.
I want to know what happens to you if you drink expired pop. I mean, first of all, it's terrible for you. Oh, Can it be even worse? Can you get sick from expired pop?
I would say no. That would just be my guess because it's all filled with sugar, right? I would just think that it's almost like more of a best before as opposed to this is expired. Yeah, anyways, just more of a warning because you really have no idea. I'm sure you're not going to get the double runs, you know, out the front and the back end, but yeah, I'm sure it can't be good for you. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was surprising, but from now on, I'm checking that date.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Usually we end the show with a good old food. Tell me I'm wrong, and we're gonna stay festive here. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong, A-Bomb, but eggnog's disgusting. Come on.
Wrong! Eggnog is amazing. Eggnog is one of the singular reasons to enjoy the festive holiday cheer.
Gross.
It's amazing. I mean, I will say, I'll put an asterisk. Well, okay, no, I won't put an asterisk. Tell me why you think it's gross.
Because it's like drinking egg. Dude. To me, that's what it feels like for me. Drinking eggnog has this, I don't know, it's not right.
Well, if you think of it in those terms, like earlier you were talking about, like, yeah, just beat up some eggs, dump some rum in it, and guzzle it. Like, that sounds horrendous. That's not eggnog. There's a process. There's a preparation. Homemade eggnog, when it's done well, is incredible.
Okay, but there is bad eggnog out there.
Oh, yes, I will put an asterisk right now on the eggnog. You never buy anything that's light or reduced sugar or reduced fat or any of that crap, because it's just, you're asking for nasty eggnog. And yes, not all off-the-shelf store-bought eggnog is good. Some of it's downright disgusting, but there are several dairy manufacturers out there that make amazing eggnog right out of a carton, and I gotta say, I guzzle that stuff over the Christmas holidays.
I haven't had the pleasure of having that eggnog yet. If you have the winning eggnog, bring it to me. I'll give it another try, but don't get mad.
I will do that. It's a challenge. We'll do a follow-up and another Tell Me I'm Wrong. You're going to try one of my favorite eggnogs, and you're going to tell me whether you enjoyed it or not.
If I spew it all over you, not my fault.
I will not be pleased if that's the result.
Alright guys, thanks a lot for joining us for this episode. I wish the gameplay was a lot faster, but it is what it is. Hopefully more people join in on the Far Cry 3 craziness. They fix a couple of bugs, and we can bring you more gameplays that are filled with a little bit more action.
Absolutely. And let us know, guys, if you're playing Far Cry 3, because it would be fun to get a little bit of a group dynamic going on. So that said, have yourselves a great week. Thanks for tuning in.
Later.
Look at his face.
Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. If you want to catch some of my other videos, check out my Maps 101 cargo breakdown, as well as check out an older episode of Tell Me I'm Wrong, or catch one of our older Black Friday countdown videos. And thanks a lot for watching, and we'll catch you later.